Daikin Park in Houston. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Houston Astros. First pitch coming your way next.
And now, please welcome your Houston Astros.
First pitch moments away. And on the hill here today, Framber Valdez. What do you have on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Here's the veteran first baseman, Yandy Diaz. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
And now here is Brandon Lowe. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Myers settles underneath it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Runner holds at second, so another base hit could get us the first run of the game.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and it falls. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded, only one away. Danny Jansen to hit here. Golden opportunity right here. Base hit, one run is in. And they hold the runner at third. Bases remain loaded here. Still only one gone. Next is the designated hitter, Christopher Morel. Base hit, one run is in. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases still loaded and still only one away. Jose Caballero, the next to hit. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Makes the grab after a long run. Two away. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the bottom of the first. Jose Altuve up to hit here.
The second baseman, Jose Altuve.
And that's fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
That one down the line. Fires across the diamond, and a quick out, number one. And next to hit for Houston, Isaac Paredes. Out front and foul to the left side. Paredes, an all-star a season ago, 26 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
There's a swing and a drive. Going back. Great catch. Foul ground up against the wall.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Christian Walker stands in now and watches strike one. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Lau brings it in, and that will end the inning. Top of the second, and stepping in for the Rays, Richie Palacios. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second, and he's got a leadoff double.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Johnny DeLuca next to hit for the Rays. Late with the swing there.
0-1's the count.
And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2.
0-2.
Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Nice job to recover from the offline throw. So the batting order turns over, and now the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And that's a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Bottom half of inning number 2, and the batter now, Yainer Diaz. Fouled off down the right side. McClanahan, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a slider. Right through there for a strike.
0-2 is the count.
Swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
On to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. Now the left fielder, Chas McCormick. Ripped on a line to center. Corrals it. And the inning is over. Astros back here at Dyken Park. New inning getting started. Now it's the second baseman, Brandon Lau. Valdez back to work. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
That one ripped. Going, gone. And they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Such an incredible swing right there on that breaking ball away. Did an incredible job of keeping the hands back.
Now pitching for
Caleb Ort on to pitch out of the pen here. He's into the game with the bases empty. Now here is Junior Caminero on the ground to third. Paredes fires over to first, and one away in the top of the third. Next to bat will be the Rays 4-hitter, Josh Lowe. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Diaz hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting the catcher, Danny.
2 outs,
Jensen.
base is empty. Danny Jansen next to hit for the Rays. RBI single his last time up. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
0-1.
Action in the pen down there. Brian King getting loose out there. Contreras, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Headed towards the corner. McCormick on the run. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Third out, and that ends the frame. As we go to the last of the third, here's Mauricio Dubon. That misses the zone. Ball one.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
High fly ball, right field. Low pulls that one down, and there's one down. Now it's going to be Jake Myers. Here's a high fly ball out to center. DeLuca. And there are two down. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the. Back here in Houston, start of the fourth. Now it's the DH, Christopher Morel. And first offering is fouled off. Morel goes 5 feet 11 inches, 25 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Out to short. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. And now Jose Caballero. He's 0 for 1. He swings and fouls one off. One out, base is empty. On the ground to third. The throw to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth. Richie Palacios digs in now. Doubled his first time. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is fouled back. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Rays. Back here in Houston, ready to go. Bottom 4. Now the number 2 hitter, Isaac Paredes. Fought off foul.
Well, these Astros, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits, so they might want to be a little more selective up there.
Diaz. He'll do it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Alvarez batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Ripped, but it curls foul. On the ground to third. Throws to first. And that quickly 2 away. And now it's Christian Walker. 0 for 1 with a fly out. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning. Into second, and he's got a double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Diaz in the box now. No balls and a strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Kicks and fires. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Diaz makes the play, and that's the third out. One left for Houston. They trail it here 3-0. And we're back. Here's the
Now
center
pitching
fielder,
for the
Johnny
Astros,
DeLuca.
Number 73, Luis.
There's a strike.
0-1.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. Back there. And gone.
He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
Yandy Diaz now. And it's fouled away.
Well, these Rays, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
And 1-2.
0-1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And it's caught for the out.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back. And that one's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 5-zip.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just...
Now pitching for the
So a new
Astros,
pitcher out of the bullpen
number
for the
72,
Astros, Nick Hernandez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And a swing and a miss there.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here is Jeremy Pena. Liner, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
And that one sliced foul. Runner at first with no outs here. Headed towards the corner. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. And stepping in for the Astros, Mauricio Dubon. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 5-1. First and second, No outs. And now the center fielder, Jake Myers.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
2 straight.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. McCormick, the lead runner at second. Dubon on at first with nobody out. Ground ball, could be 2. Got him on the off-balance throw. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Boog, that's a good at bat simply because they found a way to move both runners up a base. Now they're in a really good spot with 2 runners in scoring position.
Altuve, a guy who loves the first pitch, that time taking, and it's 0-1. Bounce to third. Now the throw to first on the run, and very nicely done for the out. So 2 down now, and here is Isaac Paredes. In for a strike. It's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Man at second. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Runner at second. 2 down. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Back here at Dyken Park, top of the 6th inning. Now it's Jansen to hit. Hernandez back to work. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He beats the throw, and the defense comes away with nothing. So now the DH spot, Christopher Morel. This one in the air. Altuve. He's got it. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. 2 down, bases empty. Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. 0 for 2 in this one. That one hit to right. Dubon on the move. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. Back here in Houston, bottom of the 6th. Here's Yordan Alvarez. And first offering is fouled off.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
0-2.
Caught him looking for the K.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Walker stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Astros down to their last out. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. And that's in there for strike 1.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low. Throwing the ball very well right now.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. This could end it. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field.
The batter, number 3.
So 2 down. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And that is strike 1. Hit to the left side, and this is going to do it. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
1 out away from this game being over, but an infield single keeps them alive. They're still breathing, and maybe this provides that last-minute spark.
And fouled off. Tying run at the plate. And that one fouled off. On the ground. Down the line, and it's foul. 2 outs. Chopped in the ground. Caminero. And he can't come up with it.
He's safe.
So next up for Houston, Mauricio Dubon. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. And that'll do it.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.